Good evening. So today we're going to learn about equations with variables on both sides, and this is still a continuation of our solving linear equations topics, and our goals will be to correctly solve linear equations with variables on both sides and also correctly apply algebraic skills in solving linear equations. Now take note that we have been using algebra skills that we have learned in the past, and we just need to remember how to correctly use them all the time. Now, the key here is to recognizing the variables that we want to solve for in a linear equation. So suppose we have an example. Let's start with an example. The linear equation 5x plus 4 equals 3x plus 10. Okay, now we want to solve or find the solution to this linear equation, and to do that we are essentially looking for the value of x. Again, when we're asked for the solution, we're actually looking for the value of x. Now, it's important to be able to see that x is present on both the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the equation. And so your goal first is to, step one, bring the target variable, which is the one that you're looking for, to one side of the equal sign. Okay, so that's your first goal. So bring the target variable or variables, if it's present on both sides, to one side of the equal sign. So what you want to do is to either transfer 3x, okay, to the left hand side, or transfer 5x to the right hand side. In this case, I usually prefer to bring it to the left hand side. Now the next step will be to solve it, the equation, using known algebra techniques, which we will see in a bit. Okay, so again, our goal is to bring the target variables to one side of the equal sign and then solve the equation using known algebra techniques. So let's try to solve the equation. So 5x plus 4 equals 3x plus 10. Now, again, feel free to pause the video or rewind so you can copy notes. It's important to copy notes at this point in time. So what we want to do is to isolate x. So we want to leave x on the one hand side of the equation. So what I'll do is I'll transfer 3x to the left hand side. Okay, so I'm gonna have 5x. Now in this case, this is positive here. So when it 3x is positive. So when it moves to the left hand side, it should be negative then. Minus 3x, okay, plus 4 equals 10. Now you'd want to move 4 as well to the other side because you want only the terms with the x to be left on the left hand side. So if you move 4 to the other side, it will become now 5x minus 3x equals 10. This is positive, so it becomes negative here, so minus 4. Now you just have all the x's on the left hand side, and so you just solve it, work it out like a normal linear equation. So first here you need to combine like terms. So 5x minus 3x is 2x, okay, and then 10 minus 4 is 6. Now you have 2x equals 6. It's literally telling you 2 times a number equals 6. So what do? You divide both sides by 2, because the opposite of multiplication is division. And so by doing that, you can cancel 2 on the left hand side. So x is equal to 3. And that's your final answer. Now, you might want to check if that's the correct answer. Okay, so let's do a checking. Again, we check by substituting it back again to the original equation. So we have 5x plus 4 equals 3x plus 10. Now, if this is the solution, okay, if x equals 3 is the solution, then the left hand side and the right hand side of the equation will have the same value. So let's replace x with 3. So 5 times 3 plus 4 equals 3 times 3 plus 10. This will become 15 plus 4, and this is 9 plus 10. This is 19, and this is 19. And so both sides of the equation are equal. Therefore, our answer is correct. Let's have another example. Okay. Other example that we're going to use is 2x plus 3 equals 6x minus 5. Again, isolate the target variable. So I'll move 6x to the left hand side and 3 to the right hand side. And so I'm going to have 2x minus 6x, because it's plus here, so it's minus on the other side, equals negative 5. You leave that negative sign there, minus 3, because it's positive here. And then we combine like terms. 2x minus 6x is negative 4x. And negative 5 minus 3 is negative 8. Okay, you don't need to do this manually. You can use a calculator. However, I would expect you to still remember how to add and subtract positive and negative numbers. Now in this case, you want to get rid of the negative 4. So you divide both sides by negative 4. So x is left alone. So x is now equal to negative 8 divided by negative 4, which is positive 2. And that's the correct answer. Feel free to pause the video so you can copy. Now let's look at another example which is a little bit complicated, but I'm pretty sure you'll manage. Okay, so it combines using brackets and the techniques that we learned so far. So we suppose we have 3 times quantity 2x plus 5, okay, plus x equals 2 times quantity 2 minus x plus 2. Okay, now don't panic. You can manage this. All you need to do is work on it one at a time. So work with the bracketed expressions first. Work on those terms first. So use the distributive property. You need to multiply 3 by 2x first and then multiply it by 5. So what you're going to have is 3 times 2x is 6x plus 3 times 5 is 15. Don't forget the plus x there. Okay, and then do the same for this side. So 2 times 2 and then 2 times negative x. So it will become 4 minus 2x plus 2. And so that's a bit manageable now. So you just combine like terms. See there, 6x and x, and then this is just 4 and then 2. So just combine like terms. So 6x plus x is 7x plus 15 equals 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 minus 2x. Okay, now all you need to do is to move 2x to the other side and then 15 to the other side. So we're going to have 7x plus 2x this time, because it's minus here, equals 6 minus 15. Okay, so 7x plus 2x is going to give us 9x. Okay, and then 6 minus 5 is 6 minus 15 is negative 9. Okay, and so we divide both sides by 9 to get rid of the 9 with the x, so x becomes alone. So negative 9 over 9 is negative 1. And that's our final answer. Now please remember to pause the video so you can copy notes. Now, this point, I'm going to leave you with some seat work. Okay, and I'm going to write the question, and I want you to pause the video so you can work on it on your notebook, copy it in your notebook, and then later on I'll write the answers. Okay, so seat work would be 2x plus 3 equals x plus 5. Then you have 5y plus 4 equals 3y plus 6. 4a minus 3 equals 3a plus 4. And the last one is 5t plus 3 equals 2t plus 15. Now please pause the video so you can work on it. Right, so now I'm going to give you the answer. So in this case, x is equal to 2. This one, y is equal to 1. Okay. This one, a is equal to 7. And then here, t is equal to 4. Okay, I hope you got them right. If you didn't get them right, please try to fix them. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send an email. Now let's just have a review of our goals. Okay, so we want to correctly solve linear equations with variables on both sides. We did that. And we wanted to correctly apply algebraic skills in solving linear equations. We did that as well. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to work on your MathsWatch task, and if there are any files attached to the Everest post, please work on them as well. Thank you very much.